Tours that you can get, some are free. And guess what? It costs nothing to walk on this tour. It's 1.4 miles, and it's a great walk on a beautiful day like today. Today we also have another perfect blue sky. There's a building called The Edge that we have featured in other videos. And you see the floor where you can look down where you are on the edge. And you're on the 102nd floor at that point, which is a somewhat scary thing to look down at, right? And there's lots and lots of glass towers here. Most of the stuff is within the last 20 years. There's always, in a place like a setting like this, the strong odor of pot, because it's now legal in New York City and New York State. So let's take a walk on this Highline. This is the Highline walk. It's 1.4 miles. I've never done this before. This Highline walk was started and created in 2009. You can see the benches are new type, sort of modern-ish architecture. It's in keeping with the general environment here, which is basically relatively new. Now, as you know, any of you folks see a picture in this video and want me to remove it, just send me an email. I'll remove the video. A lot of walking tour people don't say a word. I like to talk all the time. So, if you want me to shut up, send me an email about that, and I'll try to do that. By the way, Gary's Tour fans, this is brought to you by Gary's Tours. Please like and subscribe if you like the product. And we're recording this in 60 frames per second, and it's going to be in 4K, which is almost better than motion picture quality. This is the Chelsea section of New York. Aren't these great benches? Remember, I've told you very few places to sit down in New York. Well, along here, sitting is never a problem. You can sit and enjoy in the sun, enjoy yourself, and just enjoy this park-like scene. This was, as you can see adjacent to us, tracks. There are old train tracks here. They're now part of a garden. This is a freight track that went to South Manhattan. These, in those days, were tenements. 10th Avenue was not really the nicest place in New York. Lots of seedy bars. Now, like most of Manhattan, it's become a mecca for luxury. Beautiful condos everywhere. Beautiful apartments everywhere. Take a look at some of these buildings. This is some of the richest real estate in the world. Great place to live. Directly across from where we are now, on the other side of Manhattan, adjacent to the East River, there's mostly housing projects. Look at that, what a great place to come out and have dinner at the end of a work day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Look at these condominiums. Aren't they great looking? What a cool place to live. Look at the views that we have here. We're shooting at the sun, but there's views all over the place, buildings and condos, and spring is bursting out. It's April 23rd, 2024. And I particularly like the style of these apartments. I think they're kind of cool. Beautiful blue sky. Everything's getting green. Spring is returning. And you could walk this every day.
You didn't tell us.
Do your 3-mile walk, and you'd be in great shape. I guess there were 2 sets of rails on here. By the way, this is owned by the city of New York. It was about to be demolished and torn down. And what happened was the local residents who lived in this area, in the Chelsea area, got banded together, persuaded the city not to tear it down, and did fundraising, which we're contributing to now as well, to maintain this. So this is 100% maintained. Even though it's city-owned, it's 100% maintained by private people who donate to it. This is West 27th Street looking toward the Hudson River. Great trees here. It really feels like spring when you're walking along here. And see, it's high-tech. We're walking on a metal walkway, so the water drains down below. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know the type of flower. If any of you know, leave a note in the notes below what type of tree this is. What a great walk. It's beautiful. What type of plants and flowers do we have here? What are those? I do not know. What are these little light blue plants over here? I don't know what they are either. What are they? I learn stuff every day. If you know what these are, leave a note in the comments below. These are beautiful pink trees. I'm not sure what they are, but they're really cool looking. Do you know what kind of plants these are? That tree is?
Huh?
Do you know what kind of tree that is?
Which one?
The pink one.
The red bud.
It's a what?
Eastern red bud.
Red button?
Yeah, red bud.
Is it like in the cherry family or what?
It is like a cherry family. Yeah, you're right.
It isn't a cherry?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very
But
much.
it's not a
And
cherry.
this is all paid for by the public, right?
This is paid by donator, public. Yeah, mostly donators.
Donations.
Yeah, donations.
And it's owned by the city though,
Yes,
right?
it's owned by the city.
Wonderful. Thank you.
This guy is so big.
That's a magnolia tree. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a magnolia tree. I guess there'll be flowers on that eventually. A lot of smell of pot here. I guess this is a place you go and smoke pot. And the beauty enhances the experience, probably. We're elevated here and walking on steel. Eventually we'll get back to the lower area. But what a great 1.4 mile walk. Or jog, if you wanted to jog. benches wherever you want to sit, which is always a rarity in New York City. And we've attached to the bottom of this video a map so you can see where you can get on, get off, where you can take elevators to get up if you're handicapped or have disabilities. And the cherry button tree, huh? Isn't that beautiful? And look at these condominiums or apartments here. So it's in the cherry family. Beautiful tree though. These look like they're private homes. Over here. What a great place to live. With a view of this park out the window. What could be nicer?
Yeah, hopefully the timing works out. Yeah.
And this is looking at another street view toward the Hudson River. It's quiet down here in Chelsea. Chelsea was taken over by a lot of people who live here. I love the place. See, now we're on the rails. Look at that. They built the walkway right on the railroad tracks. Isn't that cool? I think it is. What a great place to jog. Do your 3 miles a day right here. Where's the cool lots? And what is this that we have? This looks like art to me. It looks like it could be a ballerina. It looks almost like a Degas. Pose of a ballerina. Ballerina with roses. Don't know what street this is. Tenth Avenue. What a great place to live and work. And Manhattan is an extremely cosmopolitan area. Tell you, I was served by a Slavic woman of some sort, either Polish or Ukrainian, perhaps. I'm not sure. I ate in the Carnegie Diner Deli today for breakfast. What a great place to bring a book and read. I'm glad to see they have some trees. When I grew up, my family had a lot of these trees on their property, and now they've been attacked by some sort of a worm or something like that. So they're not surviving in many parts of the country. These have probably been replanted, I guess. But they're beautiful trees. birch bark, white birches. Native Americans used to make canoes out of white birch bark. The languages that you hear spoken, you hear French, you hear Spanish, you hear Portuguese. What a beautiful place. Chelsea's a great place to live, I'd say. It's one of the places that suddenly shot up since about 2000 in value, along with most of the rest of New York. Pardon my phlegm. Here's a different kind of bush. I don't know what kind of spring bush this is, but it's also equally beautiful, I'd say. Let's take a closer look at that. What could that be? It's absolutely beautiful. If any of you folks know the variety of bush that I'm looking at, please make a note in the comments below. And look at that in the distance. Up there. Wouldn't that be a great place to live? In those condos? Now that here, at the end of this block, is a place where they have miniature golf, they have hockey, they have all kinds of things that kids can do. They were speaking French, those two young ladies. Here's some more flowers that are absolutely beautiful as well. What is this? Let's see one that's lighted from the sunlight a little bit, maybe. Here they are, in the sunlight. What are these guys? What type of a flower is that? If any of you know, make a note in the comments. Remember, this is brought to you by Gary's Tours. If you like this video, like and subscribe. It helps us have funding to bring more of these videos to you. If you'd like to do this yourself, you can see the equipment list on the what I call the More page, below the comments. If you click the word More, you'll see all the video equipment that we offer. We're Amazon affiliates. It costs you nothing more to buy it, and Amazon gives us a small commission. Now here's another stairs you can exit if you want high to 23rd Street. So it's an on-off point at 23rd Street.
And apparently
Since 2007 or 2008, when the iPhone first came out, the world has totally changed, hasn't it? Now, look at these places. You're literally looking inside someone's house. At tables, conference tables they have, desks, settees, What a great place. Look at the shape of the, look at the design of the glass work of these buildings. I don't know if they're condominiums or sold as apartments. I'm assuming they're condominiums, but they look great. That one has its own little garden area.
La tessera del tifoso
Sì, io vado
e
lì e
l'abbonamento.
voglio.
So,
It's getting warm now. I can even feel the sun reflecting off some of these buildings that have reflection material.
Quella è la terrazza.
I'd say most of the people that have been walking along this path, English would be a second language for them, which means they're probably tourists. That sound you hear is when a construction vehicle is backing up or a truck is backing up. That happened, became a requirement, actually a federal law, that beeping you hear, when in Florida some construction vehicles backed over some senior citizens and killed them. That big cat device, that caterpillar, is lifting up steel plates in the roadbed, getting ready to take you to the next job. This looks like some steel construction these men are doing, probably building another one of these beautiful homes with all the glass. Not one, but a group of them. Yep, this one's brand new. They tore down the brownstones and put up the new homes. This is a, pardon my coughing. They're working here. So this is a work zone. So once again, New York City law requires scaffolding to protect passerbys. And here's an exit to 17th Street you can take. You always get down every couple blocks. What a great walk. Now see that building there? That one where it says Artichoke Bassam's Pizza? That narrow building is what most of the buildings looked like down here years ago. They had common walls, and they were about 20 feet wide and about 100 feet deep. They were 25 by 100 or 20 by 100, maybe 25 by 100, and they usually had 4 stories and a lower level floor. Well, in this case, they had a store and lower level floor. That's what filled up New York. Those buildings now are all being torn down for more profitable structures that are being put up. What do we have here? It looks like dressed up fish. This is another way to get down. And there's a whole selection of different fish here, dressed up. Fish wearing Scottish kilts, it looks like to me. Or a rock and roll band of fish. They have performances here. They have entertainment, they have music on the weekends. And now we're getting a little bit of a peek. We're actually seeing the greater Seaport of New York. And what do you see in the distance? But the Statue of Liberty. You see the Statue of Liberty, and you see Ellis Island deep in the distance. That's how far we've come down on this walk. What a cool walk. My son told me to do this about a year ago, and I didn't do it. And I had dinner with him last night at a wonderful restaurant, a place called Teens in New York. And he strongly urged me to go and take this walk today. So I am, in fact, doing it. And this walk probably is different in every season. Every season it changes, I bet. I don't know what that is, but if you do, make a note. If you know what kind of plant that is, or what kind of bush this is, it is beautiful. And here's the the luxury rental place and their website and their phone number. Luxury rentals on the Highline. This walkway is called the Highline. Sorry about clearing my throat. When I talk a lot, that happens. Now they're selling stuff here. You can get pictures. I can see them selling a lot more things on the weekends. This gentleman is selling pictures of New York. Art. Little table about this side. These gentlemen look like they're getting ready to set up booths or taking booths down from some other event that's taking place here. Highline apparently has a paid staff here that works as well. Now we're getting down to the lower part of Manhattan.
I've also been seeing a lot of
Still the Highline. There's the tracks. And this is about to be torn down and was saved by the local residents. What's been done over here, once again, you look over there on the Hudson River. That was originally another pier where steamships were departing. The pier was left intact and was converted to a park-like setting. So the garden that people can go and walk around, park for the people, rather than just a pier. So a lot of the piers have been repurposed. Here they're doing more erection of gardens along this walkway. See these lounge-like chairs? This is facing west. As the sun sets in the afternoon, around 4 or 5 o'clock, you come out and sit on one of these lounge chairs in a public park and work on your tan. They're putting in underground watering so that the garden will be automatically watered. Very interesting. let's see what's next. We're getting near, I think, the end of the Highline. Ah, more train tracks. Still on train tracks here. So it's still the Highline. There's the people who donated to the Friends of the Highline. The board of directors is Joshua David and co-founder Robert Hammond. And people who donated are the Dillers, Fields, Keys, Virgin Tiffany and Company, Coach Foundation, Bloomberg, Philanthropies, Goldman Sachs, Google, Jane Lauder, probably an Estee Lauder, Admin Brittany Levinson. These are some of the people who donated to make this possible. They have a paid full-time staff here too. I've seen at least a dozen people to maintain this. Now as we get near the bottom of this little way, it's getting a little windy down here. I still have a winter coat on, even though it is in fact spring. Beautiful gardens. Now we're looking over toward Jersey City, across the Hudson River. More beautiful spring trees. Benches to sit. Another object of all life. This looks beautiful. I'm not completely sure what it is. Looks like some fern art, if I had to guess. Sort of fern art. Let's see. The sun is making it hard to see. Let's look at it from a different angle. It's a little more clear to see this angle, I think. Some sort of fern art. Metallic ferns growing under glass. Glass is tinted with different shades of color. It gives it an almost diamond-esque quality. Very interesting. There's our tracks. Still the tracks here. Those tracks are not secured, that's just for show. You can see the tracks themselves are not secured. But they have tracks over here too, so maybe they are the original tracks. One of my favorite trees. That's the dogwood tree. White dogwood. We used to have white dogwoods in my home when I was growing up, and we used to have pink dogwoods. They say the dogwood is the tree that Christ was crucified on. A lot of tracks here. Look at these tracks. Switches and tracks. Wow. Probably means we're getting near the terminus of this walkway, I suspect. So what does it say we are now? There are maps that tell you where you are at any given point. As you can see from this map, we're now at the terminus of it. We've come to the end of the road, and this is it. Does it go any further? Not much. They used to have literally stockyards here, by the way. Oh, they still do. Ah. Weichel Beef. It's a wholesale beef cutter place. This is the beef district. Interesting. This was the meat cutting district in New York, where this ends. And that's why this railroad train came down here. Because it brought cattle, it brought feed, it brought beef products down. Be chopped up and fed to New Yorkers. What a great place. You can hear the construction noise in the background. I apologize. There's always construction noise going on somewhere, particularly here in New York. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, this is Gary's Tours. If you like it, please subscribe. And thank you for watching. And watch some of our other videos on our channel, Gary's Tours. Thank you so much for watching.